or is this full-time MMA now?
I love full-time MMA right now.
Full-time MMA?
MMA.
Nothing else?
My life, man, yeah.
Back to the daily grind, and shout out to the full-time patrons. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, because you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
And Khabib Nurmagomedov's crew has caught Conor McGregor slipping in New York in the video you just watched. And no, they didn't do any harm to Conor McGregor. They're going to leave all of that for Khabib at a potential upcoming UFC pay-per-view near you. I think in Las Vegas, if that's near you. But you get the point. Khabib versus Conor McGregor is a fight that has to happen. If you don't know who Khabib is, then you're probably super casual. I mean, everybody knows Conor McGregor, and at this point, I think the world is becoming aware of Khabib Nurmagomedov. Khabib is the Dagestan gangster, the Russian wrestler that is looking to stop Conor McGregor's hype in his tracks. Now, at this point, I don't think Conor McGregor is hype, but don't tell that to his opponents, because they all seem to have a little bit of a grudge when they face Conor McGregor, because he's turned into the biggest UFC star to date. And with that, you know, Conor McGregor might get a little bit of a special treatment. You know, some fighters like Khabib Nurmagomedov specifically feel like, yo, this is the bullshit champion. I'm the real fighter that's been over here going 26-0 en route to becoming the UFC's undisputed lightweight champion, but the whole world's focused on Conor McGregor. So you can imagine he wants to, you know, whoop Conor, kind of like Nate Diaz. You know, you're taking everything I work for, motherfucker. A lot of fighters feel like that about Conor McGregor, that he gets all the accolades in the press, and they don't feel like he's done all of the work. So with that being said, that's not the only thing that goes into this fight. Of course, everybody remembers the Conor McGregor bus attack where he took the dolly, picked it up, threw it at the bus, window shattered, fighters were injured, fights were canceled, Rose Namajunas shaking up. Somebody check on her, please. I haven't heard a Rose Namajunas update for a while. I want to make sure she's getting through this shit. But either way, you get the point. Now that Khabib was in that bus, he was the alleged target of the dolly. When Conor was throwing the dolly, he wasn't trying to hit the other people. That motherfucker was intended for Khabib Nurmagomedov. Now, I don't know how Conor McGregor thought he had the aim to get the dolly through the window to Khabib, or if that was just a fucking rage at that point, and that might have been what it was. Conor McGregor could have been all jacked up on Mountain Dew for all we know. But regardless, Khabib Nurmagomedov didn't take that too well. Said, send me location. You want to fight, bus? Meet me. You know what I'm saying? We can do our thug dizzle. And they fight. Their profession is the only profession in the world where you can legally scrap. You know what I'm saying? Any other place, if some of you guys get in a scrap, that shit's technically illegal. And yeah, you can do it. You know, send me the location, meet up in the alley. But even then, you get the point. It's legal. These dudes in the UFC can literally fight and get paid to do it. They don't have to worry about repercussions or the law, because now that's what Conor McGregor's dealing with, the law. And when he threw that bus, that broke the law. And so that's why we can't hear anything about a Conor McGregor's next fight as of right now, because he's got to deal with the law in New York from breaking them damn, from breaking the window. That, you know, he got some charges from that. But if Conor McGregor wants to take all the bullshit aside, and if you don't know the backstory as to why Conor McGregor threw that dolly at the bus, if you don't know about Conor McGregor's teammate being confronted, you might just want to subscribe to this channel right here. But that's another topic for another day. There's a lot going into this potential Conor McGregor versus Khabib fight. These guys do not like each other. There's levels to this shit, and if these two guys do eventually get announced to fight, this is going to be the biggest fight in UFC history. I cannot wait if it does happen. It's going to be absolutely insane with all of this stuff going into it. Of course, it's already going to be a good fight. Conor McGregor bounces people's heads off the canvas. You know how he does it. He's like Michael Jordan in that octagon, and he knocks dudes out on top of that. Khabib Nurmagomedov is a guy that if he gets his hands on you, even Conor McGregor, he's likely to fucking powerbomb you like Kevin Nash. That's the type of grappling we're dealing with. If Khabib gets his hands on you, you're probably going for a ride, and it's probably going to be brutal. Are you actually going over his shoulders for a fucking powerbomb? No, but you get the point. You're going down and you're getting pounded out, and if you do go down, you're probably not getting back up. So with that being said, if this fight were to happen, Conor McGregor's going to have to find a way to avoid Khabib Nurmagomedov's grappling and potentially knock him out before he could get to him. But we've seen Conor McGregor training as of late. He's been working on his jiu-jitsu. He's been working on his wrestling. We've seen him take on Chad Mendes in his wrestling defense in that fight. So if you think Conor McGregor's just going to come in here and get absolutely ragdolled by Khabib, you might have another thing coming as well. I think this would potentially be a great fight between Conor and Khabib. But as of right now, we have to wait for the UFC to get a deal done. Conor McGregor's UFC return, it's been a while. Since then, he's fought Floyd Mayweather. It's not as simple as just, hey, Conor, we want you to fight Khabib. Hey, Khabib, we want you to fight Conor. Conor's talked about equity in the business. He don't just want a fat check anymore. He's talking, he sees how much the UFC sold for on top of other things. It might be a little harder to negotiate with Conor McGregor and get him back in the octagon on top of dealing with these legal issues. So there's a lot of stuff that has to go on for this fight to take place. But with that being said, the signs are pointing toward Conor versus Khabib. Not only did you see the video earlier on where you've seen someone from Khabib's crew riding behind Conor McGregor, and this is a front shot from there. I want to know which one of these guys had out their phone. Who's the farthest in the back? Somebody from Khabib's crew managed to get behind Conor McGregor's bicyclecade. You know, it's not a motorcade because they're all on bikes, but someone got behind Conor McGregor's fucking bike crew, and they had the phone out. They looked like they were on Instagram talking about, oh, you know, I'm this close to Conor McGregor, but you'll get it whenever you fight Khabib. You know, that's part of what it said. And then it also said right behind McDuck, or, you know, whatever the video said. I haven't watched it this whole time. We've been talking about this potential super fight. But you get the point, man. Somebody was that close to Conor. So if they wanted to, I mean, shit could have got real. But to be fair, Conor's got his crew with him. That's probably not too wise. And you don't advocate for anything like that. But still, at the same time, this fight right here is almost past the point of the octagon. You never want to see that. You don't want to see fighters getting so angry at each other or fucking so on the other side of each other, like Conor McGregor versus Khabib. There's been some serious shit going on, like in real life. I'm not talking about UFC building trash talking of a fight. I'm talking about people's friends and families being confronted by the other side. I'm talking about Conor McGregor's right-hand man getting confronted by like 10 Russians in a hallway. I'm talking about Khabib Nurmagomedov's crew reacting to Artem Lobov's Russian interview he did, where he talked about Khabib, speaking of him out of his name, comparing him to Conor McGregor. There's been literally stuff going on that's way deeper than rap, if you know what I'm saying. Deeper than the UFC here. So the best way, this is literally the best way to settle this, so nobody gets injured or no one gets locked up, no one goes to jail. The best way to settle this is going to be the good old motherfucking fisticuffs. And I'm not even just talking about boxing fisticuffs. I'm talking about MMA, the good old MMA, an MMA fight. Conor McGregor versus Khabib Nurmagomedov. Fuck that. Let's show the world an example. Let's lead by example. Everybody else runs to the guns and does crazy shit. You have motherfuckers killing motherfuckers every day. No, let's show them how we can resolve these issues. You win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day. That's what needs to happen in this fight, and I hope that's where it goes. A huge super fight in the UFC, Conor McGregor versus Khabib. But to be honest, I don't know how surprised I would be if we heard some news that some other shit happened outside of the octagon, because it's literally almost got to that point just from the news and stuff that's been coming out from these camps. It hasn't been looking good. Like, we saw Conor McGregor throwing the dolly. That was fucking dangerous. We heard Khabib telling him to send him the location afterward. That's one thing. But then when you go into the Artem Lobov incident, and then even before that, whatever happened in Russia and stuff like that, this is kind of crazy. So with that being said, I'll keep you guys updated. Make sure, if you're new, you subscribe to the channel. And to all you YouTube white belts over here, you know I still love you guys, but shout out to the motherfucking patrons, aka the full-time family dojo members over there. So with that being said, it is what it is. And as always, thanks for checking out this video. If you're new or if you're just slip or slacking on your pimping, make sure you hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell next to it so you're notified every time I upload a video. And if you want to help support this independent channel, you can either click the PayPal button in the description or you can go to patreon.com/fulltimemma and consider becoming a patron. I'm out.
This is #1 bullshit.